Okay, welcome to Module 2. I hope you're not too sore from that benchmarking run. If you are, just make sure you watch the last lecture on removing tension from your running muscles and follow through the techniques which apply to your pains. Now, there's loads more on recovering from your runs in the future lectures, but this module is about preparing for your runs. Before you head out for your first planned run, we really need to know how to warm up effectively and how to stick to your target speed. In a world of time starvation, it really is tempting to skip the warm-up, but doing so will decrease your chance of completing this program. Before you warm up, your blood vessels are constricted, so they're really small and tight. Imagine a hose pipe which is rigid and unable to let large amounts of water through it. If that hose could increase in width, it would be able to allow more water to flow through it. Well, your blood vessels actually have this variability, meaning more blood can get where it needs to in less time. The vessels don't really need to widen or soften when we're inactive because our heart isn't pumping blood through very often and our muscles aren't asking for much oxygen, which is carried by the blood. When we start running, our muscles need blood supplying significantly more oxygen so they can do their job properly. The heart picks up the pace to pump the blood faster, but if the blood vessels haven't widened, then the blood can't get into these muscles. This creates a backlog of oxygen which can't ship fast enough. This is uncomfortable for the lungs, probably a sensation you've felt many times before. If you imagine you're breathing really quickly, your lungs are trying to get more oxygen in and get more carbon dioxide out, but that oxygen which is coming in is not shipping. There's a backlog and it hurts. Okay, now your leg muscles are trying to propel you forward and catch your body weight, but there's not enough fuel getting to them because your blood is unable to get through those vessels fast enough. If you start your runs like this, then you're putting yourself through a load of discomfort which simply doesn't have to happen. Follow the warm-up in the lecture ahead and your blood vessels will be ready to transport more blood away from your lungs and fuel more oxygen to your muscles. There are many more benefits to warming up, such as improved joint function, improved mobility, and a chance to get your head in the game before the real run starts. Warm-up is great, but no amount of warm-up is going to make your run enjoyable if you get your pacing wrong. Imagine you've done the perfect warm-up and your blood vessels are as wide as they're going to get. Your body is limber and your head's in the game, but you set off too fast. Your muscles are going to drive you forward so powerfully that your lungs and blood vessels simply cannot get the blood to your muscles in time. Again, your lungs will hurt and your muscles will start to burn as they release lactic acid, which cannot be removed fast enough to prevent fatigue. Your body is actually trying to slow you down by releasing this lactic acid, which hurts and makes your legs burn. What's even worse, your muscles, which probably haven't been exposed to this amount of stress, start to break. Now, it's unlikely that you'll actually break an entire muscle, although it is entirely feasible, but of the thousands of muscle fibers working together to catch your body weight, more and more of them are snapping like strands of rope. When you stop running to catch your breath, you'll start to feel that jelly sensation in your thighs. That is a sure sign that you have shredded through hundreds of muscle fibers by running too fast. Your walk will allow your lungs to recover, but those muscle fiber tears will not repair within your session. They're toast. They need 2 to 4 nights of repair before they can help you out again. As you continue with your run, each running period will become slower and slower until you feel like your legs can't even move you fast enough to make your lungs puff anymore. Your lungs have recovered, but your legs are gone. Watch the next few lectures to ensure you don't encounter any part of what I've described above. Some muscle soreness is expected, but not at the expense of your runs. So in summary, do a proper warm-up, okay, so that your lungs, your blood vessels, your legs, your head is all in the game, it's ready, okay? It's not a waste of time. In fact, you'll be doing some stretching as well. It's another opportunity to prevent injury. And also, do everything you can to make sure that you're running at a target speed, which, has been found through this course, okay? We're going to show you how to do that. Don't run faster than that speed. Okay, and there will be times, especially in the first 20 minutes, especially after your warm-up, that you will feel, oh, okay, today is just magic. I feel amazing. I'm going to run faster. Flag the speed. I'm just going to go at my own pace, whatever it feels. Please try and avoid that, at least for the first half of your runs, and certainly for the first half of this program. Okay, if you do allow yourself to go too quick in the first 4 or 5 weeks, you are going to struggle. All right, so hope you've enjoyed this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one.